In this video, we are going to see various list manipulations in Java. We are using Java 21, but any version above 9 should be fine. First, I have declared a normal list which has an array of string, especially this is a person name list. And I have also created a list of integers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just push the length of all the variables inside to the length list. So now you can see everything is working fine. So I am adding final to the length list. So now you can see even when I add the final variable, it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to create an integer which is defaulted to 0, and when I try to append the x dot length to this integer variable, it will not do, because all the variables that are declared inside or used inside lambda should be final or effectively final. Effectively final means it should not be altered inside the lambda expression. So in the top example, what we see is the list, the reference to the list. It is just pushing the variables to the list object, but here we are altering the object itself. So how we can do this? We can do it either by two ways. First method is to create a normal for loop, and then we can assign the variable to the resultant, or else we can do a string and then we can just get an object from the list and then assign it to the integer. So I'm doing it for the demo purpose. In case if you need filtering or something else, you can append this to the operation. Now when we print it, you can see the list is printed. So now we saw what is effectively final and the usage of a final variable with the lambdas. Now we will see various list operations like filtering and grouping by using the same list. So whatever we are going to do will be very much helpful in the further videos that we are going to do. These are kind of basics. Strings are now used in most of the enterprise level Java applications. So first we will try with the filtering. Inside the filter, we pass a expression that returns a boolean. Basically it is called as a predicate. Now we can see I'm trying to filter out whichever is greater than 10. Now the list of variables which have the length which is greater than 10 will be printed. Okay, most of them have greater than 10. Now we'll try with 13. We get an empty array, and now we'll try 12. Yeah, so now we get the variables which are less than 12, which are greater than 12 probably. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll try with a grouping. We will first start with a map. How we can convert a list into a map which basically has an integer which is the length of each of the names, and the string is the name itself. We will stream over the entire list, and we have the collectors framework wherein we have most of the things like the grouping and converting it to a different data type. Everything is present inside the collectors. In the previous method, we have seen that we have used the toList directly. Collectors also has the collections.toList. The toList method is very much comes into handy when we are converting a particular list to another list. But when we need to convert it to map, we really need the collectors framework. So what happens here is that we have altered the data type. So yeah, we have given it string and integer. In the mapping, it is integer and string. We'll just change it. Now there are no errors. We will save it. Remove the unwanted brackets. Now I'll just give a out tab and then print it. Now we should be seeing a map is being created with a person name and their on the subsequent lengths. Now we will jump on to one more higher level. We will group the list based on their length. Okay, so it will be like, it is similar to the SQL group by operation, wherein we will group certain objects based on a particular condition. Here it is the length. So what we'll do, we'll just give grouping by p.length. Here you can see that the lambda, it is highlighting us to change to the method reference. Yeah, we will follow the approach since it is very much simple. Now we can see it is being grouped into two separate maps, which one has the length of 11, whereas the second one 12 and third one is 13. Now we will go one more level higher. We will group by initials. For example, people whose name starts with S, we should be grouping it into one group, whereas the other people, we should group it into another group. Okay, so this is also possible. We will just have to change the grouping by condition. So I will do it for you. Just follow with me, and I will try with the starts with S, and I'll change this because then since this is again a predicate, we should need a Boolean type. Now I'll try to run it. Now we should be seeing false and a true condition. False condition has the other ones, while the true condition has the name starting with S. Now we will alter this to be a more meaningful grouping by statement. Okay, I'll give as initials with S and the other persons. Okay, so now I can change it to string. Now when I try to run it, we should be seeing initials with S on one side and the other people on another side. So that's it.